everybody, how's it going? Got another project I'm working on the 1990 Miata. I picked up this used HOMELINK assembly and I'm going to install it in the Miata, since there really isn't any place to keep a garage door remote, and quite frankly buying this thing for 20 bucks on eBay was a lot cheaper than buying another remote anyway. So this will mark the third or fourth time I've installed one of these in one of my vehicles, and I have a couple videos, one for my F-150 which is in that playlist, and one in the Jeep Wrangler which is in that playlist, where I installed these are universal and they'll work in any car. All it needs is positive and a negative, and a couple different designs out there. I chose this one because it was black, and where I think I'm going to install it is under the dash right here. I think I'm going to this is panels, just plastic. I think I'm gonna cut a hole and mount it back there between, or underneath the light I should say, so shouldn't present too much of a problem. Let me do a little more investigating, I'll get back. Okay, slight change of plans. I decided I could not bring myself to cut into the dash on this car because it is literally the only thing on this car that's in perfect condition. No cracks. So what I've decided to do is actually mount it inside the console here. And if I mount it in the corner like this, and maybe permanently mount it and dress it up, I think it'll be fine. I can actually even cut away and sink it down about 3/4 of an inch, although I don't know if that'll make much of a difference. But anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mount it like that, and I think that'll be the best solution. Like I said, it's only going to be hot when the car is on. Maybe I didn't say that, but just because it's convertible, if it's sitting in the driveway, I don't want someone to be able to just push a button and go into my garage. So obviously they'd have to have the key. Same way I have the Jeep wired, and the same way I did my F-150 years ago. So I'm gonna figure out how to mount this. Okay, so here's what I ended up doing. Actually cut a hole in the bottom of the box here. I just used a brand new utility knife, and it sliced the plastic pretty much with no problem. So the hope now is that I'm gonna mount this underneath, and it sticks beyond the bottom of this just a little bit, but I think I'll be able to just push it down because the carpet's there, and I should be able to go ahead and cinch those screws down. So with some luck, I'll be able to get this thing snapped in, and then all you'll actually see is the face of it. And then I can run the wiring underneath and it'll be nice and clean. So I'm going to try to fit this in right now. Alright, it is in, and I'm actually really happy with the way it looks. Completely blends in. Now, like I said, it does stick down just a little bit. So maybe if it's going to be a problem, maybe I'll just cut away the carpet that's going to be under that. Or I have a feeling it'll be fine the way it sits once I screw this down. So now I just need to run a positive and a negative from the fuse box and plug this in and program it. Okay, I got the wiring all hooked up and it works. I don't have an inline fuse. I'm going to have to get one, but it is hooked up to the power window switch positive, because that's only hot when the key's on, and it's grounded on the chassis. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back together, and then I got to program it. So I'm actually really happy with the way that looks. Nice and discreet, just like it should be. Not quite success just yet. It doesn't sit close enough to the bottom of the carpet, so I'm going to have to cut away the piece of carpet that's under there, which is no big deal because you never see it. And this carpet is not in perfect shape anyway, so no love lost there. So I'm going to take this off again and get the razor knife and cut that little section out, and that should hopefully do it. It's installed, power's up. Oh, turn this music down. It's got power to it. So now I just need to program it. I consider this definitely a success. Nice and out of the way, super useful, and only cost about 20 bucks. One of my favorite products, pretty much vehicle. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, come on, damn it! Oh, that sounds good.